Mermaids, crystal. Glamour, mermaids. Water, shimmer, glitter, crystals, mermaid.
That's the vibe. And I'm glad she said it because I don't think that dress said it,
No, that
gave
was
that
not.
vibe.
No, that was not mermaid.
No.
Welcome to We Watch Stupid. I'm Roxy.
And I'm Diana. Today we're going over season 10, episode 11 of original 90 Day Fiance. For richer or for poorer?
The flashback said that Ashley had told Manuel that the budget for their wedding is under $10,000. I don't remember seeing that.
I don't remember seeing that either. I'm glad you brought that up.
Scamming.
Because that's a significant amount of money, especially, well, okay. I guess I think it's a significant amount of money. Depends on where you're getting married and how big your wedding is, if that's a significant amount of money for a wedding. But I always feel like these 90-day weddings are smaller.
Well, I don't these people just need to go to the courthouse and sign the frickin' paper. Like, why does it's always so fraught. Do you really need a dress and all for like your immigration wedding?
They're in love, god damn it. Yeah, they just need to go to the courthouse and sign the documents. But I guess a lot of people do dream of their wedding day. I was not that person. I don't think you are.
No.
So we might be the wrong people to ask.
Yeah, that's true. Your wedding was so beautiful for someone who didn't want to have a big wedding.
Thank you. I understood the assignment once assigned.
And also, there's so many factors. Does that include the dress? Does that include your $250 round trip tickets to Florida? What does that include? Yeah. Does that how many garbage plates does that include? How much is a garbage plate?
Under $10. How many people are invited? Do they get a garbage appetizer?
Just imagine a canapé, a little crostini, but with all of the garbage plate layers on it. But
I'm gonna make that for dinner.
Okay. Do you want to jump into Ashley and Manuel then?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, the dress vibe was I like the image that she was giving me, but the dress was butt ugly.
I wouldn't say it was ugly. It was definitely basic, and she needs a better bra. I don't think she was wearing a bra, and she needed one. But yeah, it wasn't mermaid.
It was not mermaid. There's a style of dress that is mermaid, and it was not that. She had princess cut.
I think she would have looked good in a mermaid cut.
Yeah.
I don't know why she didn't do that. But yeah, it wasn't mermaid glistening coming out of the water. Crystals Lux, princess goddess mermaid. I wouldn't call it that.
The crown was crystal's goddess Lux.
Maybe even glistening.
Maybe, yes. I had high hopes for her. I thought okay, I'm sorry. I just did not I didn't like the beating, the cut did nothing for her, and I fucking love her.
Right. It also didn't scream like Bruja. The only thing that was Bruja was kind of the crown. I thought she would have brought more mi trabajo as Bruja to the wedding.
Yeah.
She says that quartz is an amplifying crystal. It's going to make everything bigger and brighter. So does that mean that Manuel's going to run away faster?
She's going to have even more coffee.
If they could just, in the next time on, it looks like she's having a blubbering crying fit in the front seat of a car. I think we just need to drive Ashley around, because everything great that's happened on the season is just her in the front of a car.
I mean, that's how the season started. You're so right.
True. She had a panic attack in the front of the car. She was being an octopus with her 8 coffees in the front of the car, and then we're gonna watch her have a panic attack in a wedding dress with her glistening mermaid crown.
So her mom and sister were talking to her about her relationship with Manuel, and she starts saying how she's never had this much chemistry. And both her mom and her sister, which I would be mortified if my family knew this, just know that they bang it. They bang it out all the time.
How does mom know? Horrifying.
I don't know.
Horrifying. Mom says that they just have sex. Ashley says that she has faith. Ashley,
Yes.
please. Please.
No, she has Ashley also has sex. Okay.
Yeah. This is just such a train wreck waiting to happen, but it's going to be hilarious. Like Manuel is going to probably have a temper tantrum like the day of the wedding, and I'm here for it. It's going to be really funny.
What do you think the temper tantrum is going to be about? Rico Suave, coffee, garbage
I-
plates.
or maybe he just like gets wasted before the ceremony or something. Like I could see that happening too.
There's no ceviche.
There's no ceviche. All I wanted was a little cevichito. Something like that. So something weird that happened is like when they're talking about Manuel, mom says like she wants to have a conversation with just Manuel because when she talks to Ashley about Manuel, that Ashley is protective of him. And I was like, where is that coming from? I feel like all we see is Ashley talking shit about him all the time.
But maybe like in front of Manuel, she's like protective of him, right?
No, she was like talking like when they were at that candle, when they were at the
Okay, that's
candle
true.
shop,
That's very true.
when they were at the Bruja bar,
You're
like
so right. Yeah.
all she did is talk trash about him. When in the car, when she calls her friend or her sister,
You're
all
right.
she
I take it
does,
back.
she
Yeah.
talks trash about him in English right in front of him like he's not there.
Yeah, so I have no idea where
Yeah.
the mom's getting that from. But I did think it was, like, kind of annoying. I mean, it's a show and the producers, so but how Ashley was like, "My mom has some reservations. She's free today to talk." Like, just dropping it on him, like, "I'll drive you there."
He's like, do I have a choice? He's probably just excited to be out of the house. Honestly, he's probably just excited to be somewhere else and not like, I don't know, getting licked by Rico motherfucking Suave. Yeah, so she's gonna leave Manuel alone with her mom and they don't speak each other's language.
But they have the translation app,
Yeah, so that was
which
awkward, but it worked.
yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like, it wasn't as bad. I feel like both of them came in to the conversation, like, relaxed and also,
Mhm.
like, understanding that direct translation is never good.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
so
true. This is like the first like tough conversation we've seen Manuel like relaxed in. Like he seems to like be very triggered by Ashley in like the way that they communicate.
there's so much chemistry.
So much.
So much chemistry.
So mom, I forget where it was in the conversation, but mom says that there was an attraction before love and that that's not good. But that's like how everyone dates.
All I can think is that the mom was like lust versus a relationship.
So you were in love with your husband from the start.
He was in love with me.
Okay, so he, according to Ashley's mom, is on the correct trajectory.
Yes. Yes. So as long as one person is on the correct trajectory.
Is obsessed before
Yes.
they have any kind of attraction. That's good.
Do you think lust is stronger than love?
I think it depends on the relationship. Because I had some very lustful relationships in my 20s that overpowered reason,
Hot.
constraints of time. professional obligations, like, yeah, bad. So
After the mom said that about the attraction first and then
Mhm.
came love, I said, "The mom knows about the freak meter."
And how it is off the charts.
Off the charts,
What
and I'm embarrassed for Ashley.
I she doesn't seem to care.
No. I choose to pretend that I don't have sex around my mom.
No, I mean, you just had a baby, but you're just like a little virgin who I
Mhm.
wouldn't know that you had sex. So, like, what do you what do you think about this conversation? Do you feel like this got
Anticlimactic.
yeah, the mom and Manuel, it was she asked why he runs away, and he's like, That's what I do."
Like, basically, they hurt each other,
Yeah,
and so it was anticlimactic.
like, it was a normal conversation, you mean?
Yeah, and, like, I guess it needed to happen because, like, the air needed to be cleared, the mom had reservations, but now the mom doesn't have reservations, so
Okay, well, she should.
but, yeah, they were very respectful of each other.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, you could misinterpret, like, "That's what you get with me," to or, like, "That's how it goes with me," to being, like, a jerk, like, statement, which
Yeah.
maybe it is, but she was like, "Okay, well, maybe he meant that's how I deal with things."
Yeah, that's true. We gotta give mom some credit where credit
Yeah.
is due. She should really have that kind of conversation with Ashley, so nobody just, like, flies off the handle all the time.
So, it's Ashley's is the passionate one?
They both are. I think they're 2 alike, that's why
Yeah.
they scream at each other. They both just trigger each other so badly. It's not a good situation.
But mermaid, Lux, glistening, crystal.
Excited for this wedding.
Do you wanna jump to Sophie and Rob?
Uh,
A.
duvet.
Duvet. Duvet. Do you have a duvet?
Does he have 3 duvets?
Does one even know what a duvet is? How do you spell duvet? It's a French word.
We call duvet comforter.
Mm-mm.
No?
Or I don't.
What do you call it?
So a comforter is thing on your bed that doesn't have a cover. Like it's like a duvet is what you put over like a down comforter.
Oh.
It's like the sack.
Oh. Okay, so the comforter isn't a duvet, and then I put a duvet cover on it. The duvet is the thing that covers
Yeah.
the comforter. Okay.
Yeah.
Why does he have 3 duvets and then they're not on the comforter then?
I don't know.
He's I, like, just really have a hard time watching them lately. Like, it's not
Oh,
cute, it's not fun.
uh-uh.
Like, it's just him he calls her asking for something, negativity, he just turns everything that she says into, like, some kind of blame game. It's just so
Yeah.
fucking uncomfortable.
He was so mean. She wakes up and has a suggestion. She doesn't say, "You need to buy me a duvet." She's like, "We should get a duvet."
She does start being like, "2 people and a dog can't live in this place that has, like, no room, blah, 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 blah," but I think it's only because he's, like, screaming at her at this point.
He chose violence, verbal
Yeah.
violence, and she was reacting to it. But he was just I and the amount of times that they said duvet, it lost all meaning to me. I'm surprised I was able to give you a definition. Also, I'm in the market for a duvet. So,
Nice. He's 10 years older. She asks for space and goes outside to, like, cool off, and he follows her and continues to pick at her while she's trying to, like, text with her mom.
Yeah, he's an ass. There's no two ways about it.
So immature. And then he has this creepy smirk when she fake apologizes to shut him up. And he's like, oh, okay, that's how we apologize. I'm going to throw that back forever. Like he has no ability to be the bigger person, even though he's 10 years older.
Just roll with the good spirit, you know? Just, you know,
Oh my God.
I'll
Yeah.
try to be less insensitive maybe. Like, fuck you, Rob.
Yeah.
What is
He's
his job?
he might be unemployed. He was like working at like a weed shop, but I don't think that's what he does
Oh,
anymore. Like he's probably like a DoorDash driver or something. Like I don't think he has a job.
yeah,
Well,
no,
British mom says he doesn't have a job.
well, I believe her. She hasn't lied to me, but Rob has.
True. Oh my God, I can't wait for her to show up. She looks so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Good. Anything else about that argument?
He's in his ITM, he says he thinks he might become one of those husbands that doesn't talk, and I'm like, that would be a huge improvement.
Yes. Yes,
Like,
exactly. I thought the
I don't
same thing.
they go to this brewery and they're talking about how to fight less. So Sophie suggests more quality time. And then he's like, how many dates? And she says,
From time to time.
time to time. And he's like, ugh. And then she says once every 2 weeks. And he's like, what? And then he's so thick and
Dumb.
stupid. She has to reframe it as twice a month. And then he understands. Like, holy shit.
I know. It's the same thing. Dum dum.
And then he says, yeah, I need you. Okay, I tried to write this verbatim because it was so dumb, so I need to, like, parse it. Okay, I need you to have positive energy even if you think I said something you didn't agree with. So I want you to smile even if I'm being a jackass. That's what that translates to. He says, if it's in
Mhm.
good spirit, roll with the good spirit. So what he means is if I say something idiotic and mean, but I'm having a good time saying it, you have to have a good time.
Okay. Yes, that is what it says. Giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Uh-huh.
What I summed it up to, or what you could sum it up to, is don't like assume good intentions, right?
Yeah,
But
but
then he needs to assume good intentions because she was just suggesting they get a duvet. He needs to
yeah.
roll with the good spirit, my friend.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, no, he's a fucking asshole and just like it was condescending and ugh.
Totally. Yeah, he says he's going to be less insensitive and then she says she won't take things personally, but like what has she taken personally?
Is it the cheating stuff?
He's fucking sending his dick on Snapchat. So then they go to the dildo store and all of the dildos on the wall are completely blurred out and that was very funny. They say they haven't been having sex because they're fighting. So going to a sex store is gonna help that?
Yes. Okay. I cracked myself up because I said they aren't having sex either. There's another couple that's not having sex. So now we've got Gino and Jasmine not fucking, Sophie and Rob not fucking, Clayton and Annalise not fucking, Nikki and Just
Igor, oh
Igor
my
not
god, you're so
fucking.
right. And Sam and
Oh,
Citra aren't
and
fucking
Sam and
either.
Citra. The only ones who might be fucking are Devin and Nick.
Oh my
Moral
god.
of the story is Ashley and Manuel are fucking for everyone.
You got a good point there. They are like
Yeah.
yeah, they're pulling up the slack. That is
Yeah.
true. Oh my god. Rob is like, I think Sophie bit off more than she could chew, bringing me to the section. Da, 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 da. But like, they show him a vibrator and he's like scared of it. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude, so such a bro. Like, wow. Like he said something in the ITN that you just referenced. So it was like, so I'm looking around thinking, what haven't I done?
Like
Oh my
everything,
god, like
Rob. Shut the
what?
fuck up.
Oh,
He looked genuinely intimidated by like the wedge thing with the straps on it.
the
Like,
like pillow essentially.
yeah, the pillow thing with the straps on it. Like,
Yeah.
Rob, what he says he's like the more adventurous one of them too. Like, oh, you suggest doggy style instead of missionary? Like, woo! Like, good for
Lights
you.
on.
Wow. What a Lothario. Wow. You're so creative in the bedroom, Rob. This guy knows nothing. Oh my God.
No. But let's talk about how all the workers in Cupid's closet went above and beyond.
They really did. Yeah.
Camera ready
hmm
and just really nice. I'm not going to say that this was the producers, but AK was one of the workers there. Fully hits on them. Like gives Sophie like a basically a wink, you know? Says that they're both so hot, which they're not that hot.
I can't believe the producers told the sex shop worker to hit on them. That's
And
like
she
crazy.
agreed.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's brilliant. That they deserve an Emmy.
So fucking funny. But I do have to say, like, everyone in LA is like an out of work actor, right? So she's probably trying to get airtime. Like, she could put this on her IMDb, right?
Yeah. Cupid's closet worker hits on Sophie and Rob. I'd endorse her for that. Is IMDb like LinkedIn? Can I give her like a endorsement?
Were there any other like just regular patrons in
No.
this place that weren't okay?
Not that like I saw 3 workers and then Sophie and Rob.
They start screaming at each other immediately, and like I still don't understand what this fight
I don't either.
was
Like
about.
none of it made sense.
How did that escalate so freaking fast?
I don't know, but I wrote, "Does AK like them arguing?" Because she was kinda just, like, looking at him.
She's like, "Is this their foreplay? Like, do they need angry sex? Do I jump in? Like, do I make out with them now? Does Rob need it in his butthole? He seemed really into that
Uh-huh.
other vibrator. Like, where?"
And I bet you she's in the back of her head thinking, hope that they take me back to their apartment and there's a bathroom in the courtyard instead of in the apartment." She's like, "That's my fantasy." 2 Instagram influencers yelling at each other, not
Living in
in
a
a
studio
room
apartment
bathroom. Yeah.
with an outdoor
In a
bathroom.
living room.
Yeah. Oh my god, if she actually you you think that they're both hot. They're screaming at each other. Okay, say you can look past them screaming at each other. You go with them in Rob's coupe that you have to use a piece of wood to get into because the door is broken. You go to his studio apartment in Inglewood. You walk through the gate. There's a nice courtyard, but for some reason it's full of like weird workout stuff. You see a toilet in the corner of your light. You're like, that's a little weird, whatever. You go into the studio. There's a dog there. There is for some reason like a commercial kitchen sink on the wall. There's no duvet. Do
No
you
duvet.
do you stay?
Okay, am I me or am I AK?
You're AK.
Okay. Okay, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
here for an experience, you know? And I think they're hot, so I stay, you know?
Neither of them said anything and they're both screaming at each other.
Yeah, because there's, like, a lack of respect and just, like I'm blaming Rob. He's just childish, and she's
Yeah,
insecure, and he honestly does not help it, like, almost plays into it.
totally. Yeah. Clayton and Anali.
32 days to wed. They look like they're going for a very long trip based on their luggage.
He seems like excited. Like he looked terrified, but like he seems excited now that they're like on their way.
The fact that, like, San Diego is so far, but
Mhm.
Peru's, like, chill.
And he's like equally excited to see Cam, if not more, when he gets there. Like,
Yeah.
why have you waited this long to see him? He then in the ITMs, he calls Anali, like after he meets Cameron, he calls her the third wheel.
I know. I know. Okay, can we talk about third wheels really fast?
Sure.
Have you ever been the third wheel?
Oh my god, I was single for 7 years. I was like always the third wheel.
Do you like being the third wheel?
It depends on the couple. Like,
You're over like you, me, and Brody are going to dinner.
uh-huh. Oh, then Brody's the third wheel.
Brody's the third wheel.
But
Yeah.
he doesn't talk as much. So then he's like kind of he would just by nature of his nature be kind of more on the sidelines of a
Okay,
conversation.
true. True. And I was about to say like when we went to like Iceland with Leslie, like Brody was
Uh-huh.
definitely the third wheel. But then like I was single for a very long time and I was often the third wheel.
Uh-huh.
I had specific couples that I like to be the third wheel on, and it ended up being like the guy was the third wheel. Like, oh,
Oh,
thanks,
yeah.
Brett. I did want some more cheese and crackers.
My friends who are like kinky or like poly or whatever say that there's a service bottom role where like you're technically in like a three-way, but then someone is kind of on the sidelines, like bringing water, adding lube, like bringing to like I'm gonna use that more often. I don't know when I'm gonna have a third wheel, but I'll just be like, "Hey, do you want to like service bottom with like my partner?" Oh no, actually, it'd be better to ask my partner if he would want to
Yeah,
service
yeah,
bottom with me and a girlfriend. Yeah.
yeah. I'll be that. I'll be that girlfriend. I also want to just tell the masses, all of our listeners, about one of my okay. Service bottom is a close second, but my favorite term is candle holder. It's like a third wheel. It's German. It's like you imagine like they're at like you and Luke are at a romantic
Uh-huh.
dinner, and then I'm just holding that candle. Service bottom going. Do you need more water? Do you guys have enough bread? Gluten-free bread.
Yeah.
So, sorry, back to he calls Anna Clayton calls Annalie the third wheel. I don't think that they're at a point in their relationship where he should be making that joke.
No, 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 no. He is, like, so stoked to see Cameron. Like, he
He
runs and
did.
gives him a hug. He, like, immediately calls it a bromance. It was so cute.
I was hoping that he was gonna do that thing that they do on The Bachelor, where they like the girl runs and then like wraps her legs around him. He's little enough.
He's so small.
There were so many
Cameron
hugs. Sorry, there were so many hugs.
and Cameron, like, bows to Annalie like she's Asian, and I thought that was really funny. Like, this man doesn't know how to interact with someone foreign or something.
Like, he's like when he bowed like that, I was thinking, "Yeah, your best friend's online." Yep,
Yeah.
that tracks.
He seemed pretty like, Cameron and his girlfriend seem, like, pretty, I don't know, well-adjusted as
Yeah.
compared
Like,
to
normal, whatever normal is, yeah.
I mean, they call each other best friends, unclear if, like,
Yeah.
Cameron has other friends also as well, but he has this, like, super cute, friendly girlfriend, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
he has more social skills than Clayton.
Yeah.
So then they get to this Airbnb, and Clayton says, "It's so nice to have a proper house all to themselves." Imagine that, Clayton.
Imagine. Yeah. The Airbnb looked awesome. That had a great outdoor space with a
Rope swing?
with well, I was gonna say a playhouse,
Yeah,
which
definitely a
would
lot
be
of kids' toys.
perfect for their fat dogs and guinea pigs. But then this fucking rope swing, what the hell was he doing?
I don't know, he's, like, trying to be playful with her, and, like, she's just not into that. I feel like maybe she's depressed by this apartment and everything.
Well,
Like, why
yeah.
well, she has the ick and she's depressed, so that's why she wouldn't wanna have sex with him.
Yeah, they haven't had sex, and at first it was because of the mom is in the house and whatever, but then he takes her on a getaway and they still don't have sex. Is it just, like, him? Because like, his social skills are questionable.
It's so important for me to be able to have alone time, and, like, I tell my partner to, like, leave and hang out with his friends so I can just be a garbage person at home more, and Clayton doesn't do that. He's just always there in that
Yeah.
stinky, tiny ass apartment. Ick. With his mom in the closet.
I don't know if it was in his ITNMs or, he was talking to the camera. But he said that he doesn't socialize in person much, so this is a big deal.
Yeah, he's a
Like,
bummer.
it's one thing for us to be like, "He doesn't socialize in person," but it's another to, like, he understands that he doesn't socialize in person, and it's weird.
Yes. And he
He's
seems
aware.
okay with it. Like, this is something that he's like he says, like, because of my, like, general lifestyle, the like, he calls it, like, the way he lives his life, like, that is, like, a that's, like, an active choice for him or something. Like, the way that he talks
Yeah,
about it is, like, it's an active
yeah.
choice for him to only have online friends, and then Annalie's coming from just she seems normal, like, she has friends and family that she talks to in person. And so, like, she probably was like, "Oh, this is kinda weird that I, like, met this guy in this language app, but, like, whatever." And then she's, like, finding out, like, "Oh, this is the only way that he interacts is, like, the way that we got to know each other."
And now I'm in person.
And now I'm in person, and it's, like, so ick, and he's probably just, like, so awkward, and, like, he looks
He like, they sat down, he's like, "So, I don't have any other friends. You wanna be my
Yeah.
best man?" Just
Right.
stuck that right in. No foreplay.
Oh my god, that's so true. Cam looked stunned, like, he looked stunned that he asked him to do that, and then he seems to have come around to it, but I don't know if I would be stoked about that
Wait, stoked about being the best man?
after what I witnessed with, like, the bickering at the table. The waitress comes by, so they've probably been there less than 5 minutes. The waitress comes by, and he's, like, telling this waitress, "I'm living as a virgin, so I need a virgin drink." And, like,
Yeah.
I'm Annalie, she's saying little phrases to Cameron and his girlfriend. So, like, she's picking up English. She's been in the US for 2 months now. Like,
Mhm.
she's getting the gist of what's
Oh, she 100% knows what's going on.
yeah, it's so uncomfortable, so disrespectful, and he just keeps going on it. Like, he's not picking up on any cues. Like, Cameron and V look visibly uncomfortable. Annalie is telling him, "This is private. Why the fuck are you talking about it?" And he, like, keeps going. And then he gaslights her and says it's normal to talk about this stuff.
How First of all, how the fuck do you know what normal is? You don't socialize.
Cameron even at some point tries to give and then she's like, "Yes, I'm really glad that she just put her foot down and was like, 'I feel weird. We need to leave.'" Clayton Now Clayton has fucked up this whole meeting in front of, like, his friend and his girlfriend that he just met.
Like, he doubled down. He was like, "Well, she said it was because I was with my mom, like, or my mom lived in the apartment, but then I took her." Like, just shut up, man. Like, stop talking about your sex life. She's uncomfortable. He's uncomfortable. Next topic.
It just feels like he has literally nobody else to talk to because he has no other friends. He's tried talking to Annalie about it. She's depressed. He's not gonna talk about his sex life with his mom, I hope. And then it's like, who else does he talk to this about? It sounds like he has nobody else to, like, make this case for why he's upset about that. Like, he needs a freaking therapist. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say the waitress is not the therapist. I'm not talking about my sex life in front of you and your partner. I'm talking about it in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, the poor girlfriend, like, it was not like a best friend conversation. Like, come on,
No.
Clayton, like, just
Yeah.
you well, he's gotta have watched TV, like, this is like, you learn things.
Yeah, he just really doesn't know how to read a room
Mhm.
or just he's so overwhelmed by being in public or something, he, like, can't stop.
Yeah, it's like a child who's just, like, so excited and he just, like, puts his foot in his mouth and keeps putting his foot in his
Yeah,
mouth and
totally. I felt so bad for Anali, she looks
yeah,
so uncomfortable, and she's like, "I was trying to do this so that you could have someone meaningful for you at our wedding, and now you're just, like, shitting all over me. Like, this is so inappropriate." I would be so, so mad.
yeah, me too. And he wasn't drunk.
Right. Doesn't even have that excuse.
Yeah. You wanna do Devin and Nick?
Mhm. They're getting
It's the
married.
wedding day.
Oh, I just thought it was really pretty. I thought the aesthetic that they chose was really cute.
I agree. It looked not like a 90-day wedding.
They're, like, real normal people, like
Well, okay, but I was just like the little morning scene was, like, cute, but I was also
mhm.
thinking, "What time is it?" Like, "Get going, girl."
Oh, man. You're such a champ on your wedding day. We stayed up way too late and we're really hungover.
We had to party.
We did.
We had
We
to
had
party.
we had to party. The wedding planner was going to get lunch and stuff, and I was like, "Bring back mimosas, okay? You need to get us more booze. That's I don't give a shit about the sandwiches, like, get us more booze."
That's why you were a bridesmaid. You know what I need.
Yeah.
So, big drama.
Okay, I have come around to this mom being the wild one because, like, the mom is talking to the dad being like, "You don't understand. Devin was losing her shit over this specific dress at the store." And the dad's like, "What?" And it's like, "No, you were losing your shit
Yeah.
over her having a backup dress. She just wanted her handbag to have a white top."
Top,
Still
yeah.
understand how a custom handbag isn't the way that you want it, but whatever, it was altered and it looks great. She
Yeah.
looks super duper cute.
Couple of judgmental things I need to say.
Great. Lay it on me.
The dress looked great. She's so blah. Like, does she have light in her eyes? Ever? Is she actually drunk?
I know, right? She said that she had to be blackout to, like, film this thing. But, like, yeah, then you'd think she'd be goofier. Yeah, the her walking down the aisle is, like, the only time we've seen her smiling and, like, happy. Well, Nick loves her, and that's what matters, I guess. I wish he would've shaved.
I said that too. What was that? Let's talk about the beard on the guy on the officiant.
Oh, you like that?
Damn. That was I hadn't seen one like that in a while. Just the chin long.
That man, like, lives in the hillside behind that venue, and he just falls out of the
You're right.
trees when it's time to do a wedding.
Yes. What'd you think of the kiss?
It looked like he was gonna break her neck, but
Then he starts doing, like, the Gangnam style dance, or he does some, like, dance on the way out. Did you notice that?
yeah.
And I was like, "No, you like, nah, stop."
Relax. Other people were dancing too, though. They were just, like, so stoked. I mean, it's a long ass
Okay,
journey.
okay,
They
okay,
were apart
fine,
for,
they were
like
happy. Okay, you're right. I'm in Eeyore now.
he made it to freaking Arkansas, and he hasn't been hate crimed yet, you know? So, exciting, very exciting. And then I was like, "Why is there a helicopter out front?" And then they go into a helicopter for a sunset ride? I'm like,
Yeah.
"That is so fucking cool." I also had a lot of logistic questions, though. I'm like, "So, How long how long were they up there? Is when are you doing photos? Is everyone just having cocktails while you're in the helicopter? Did you change in the helicopter? What happened when the helicopter took off and there was a bunch of, like, shit flying all over the place? It's so many more questions
Okay,
that weren't answered.
you are really sweet because your original thought, your initial thought was, "That's so cool." My head went immediately to the logistics. It's ruining her
Yeah.
hair, they're missing cocktail hour, like, how like, the organization of it all, like, "Great, this is an awesome gesture. Can it be the next day?"
Yeah. Yeah, pretty wild. And then they, like, come in and they change. She, like, took off, like, the long part of her hanbok and had, like, a mini skirt kinda
Yeah,
thing, and then they, like, run
and
through the sparklers, and he dips her again.
sh
And what?
y she had, like, tube socks and, like,
Oh,
sneakers on.
oh, I didn't notice that. That's ridiculous.
And then at that point, once I saw the tube socks, the okay, because like, when they come out of the helicopter, I saw that she had Vans on and socks, and I was like, "Okay, well, whatever." Like, she wanted to be comfortable. You can't see them, but then it's a short dress, and it's that. And at that point, I questioned everything like aesthetically, and I'm an asshole. Do you have thoughts on her eye makeup?
It looked like she was like, "Make me look like an anime or something," and, like, that's kinda how she does her eyeliner in her ITMs too. Like, it didn't do a lot for her natural eye shape.
It makes her look more like Eeyore. Like, it makes her look tired.
Yeah, and, like, her she's so pale, like, I don't think pink is her color. I don't
Yeah.
think white is her color either, but it's a wedding dress. But
Mhm.
I'm trying not to be a turd.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm a turd. Yes, I'm very happy for them, and
Do you think their storyline is over and maybe, like, Sam and Citra are gonna kinda take over that time that we have left?
probably
They're also they Nick and Devin, like, came in late, and now they're, like,
already
departing
married,
early.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just I mean, they weren't that interesting, like, the biggest drama that they had was, like,
Created by the mom.
created by the mom and then, like, the piggy thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, Nick is gonna keep doing it, like, he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam and Citra,
Yep.
they're talking about farting in the car, she's my kinda girl.
Yeah, but I do not know what she's talking about. It's the ready for the fart, but doesn't come?
I think she just means she feels, like, bloated. Yeah, she's been on a plane for a really freaking long time, and they only have 14 days to wed, and the house is still disgusting. Like,
Ugh.
they showed Sam cleaning, but, like, what did he do?
Dude, and it's the dad and the brother that live in the house.
The brother's room looked pristine,
Okay, and it also
and
looked
then
like a time capsule from middle school
yeah, I know, it was a twin bed with, like,
with,
a
like,
play car
sports.
rug or something, yeah. So weird.
And then she's like, "How far?" And he's like, "It's not that far." But then the next thing that we see is them pulling in, like, up to the house, and it's pitch black. Like, he's like, "Just a couple more exit." What?
How long were they driving?
Dude,
How long were they driving?
I don't know.
I was trying
A
to
long
look up
time.
Cameron, Missouri, and, like, what fucking airport she might have flown into, like, the closest one is Kansas City. I don't remember her talking about, like, where she was or St. Louis?
I don't know, but he said, "A couple more exits," and then it was dark. Like, those exits were, like, 10 miles apart.
Oh my god. They're, like, really in the middle of nowhere. Like, they're close to, like, Kansas and Iowa, like, so much nothing.
I mean, he's drives an hour to work and
So
nothing.
wild. Dad sleeps in the living room.
Yeah, didn't know that.
This whole family's a bummer.
Yeah. The dad's face is really small, so it's so yeah, the whole family's a bummer, and well, we touched on the brother's room, but Sam is gonna stay in the brother's room. They're gonna share a twin bed because Citra will be in Sam's room, and they can't be in the same room because 'cause they're not married. He got her a bidet.
So nice.
She does not do TP.
I mean, a lot of countries don't because, boo holes are dirty. So, yeah.
Mhm. And so then they're talking to his dad about, like, the conversion, and we learn more about the ancient aliens and
So he's an atheist, but he is a believer in ancient aliens as an alternative to biblical creation stories and then calls the Bible ridiculous. And like, I just don't understand how you can consider yourself an atheist, but then believe in something that's like as ridiculous as the Bible. Like, the Bible is kind of like a fictionalized story, it's like
yeah,
kind of a souped up real story. And then like Ancient Aliens is also so bizarre. Such a bizarre set of beliefs.
aliens, like, you don't have to understand aliens, like, aliens are, like, otherworldly beings versus, like, the Bible, it's like, "Oh, no, these are people."
I guess also the Bible is like a doctrine that tells you how to be a good person. Ancient Aliens is
Mm.
just like, "Oh, that's some cool shit, man," you know? It's pretty different.
There was an oval in this painting that looks like a flying saucer, and then there was an oval in that painting, so alien woo.
He takes like 10 minutes to leave the room that night, and then, like, the next day, he's, like, holding her hand in, like, a really creepy way. It's, like, really uncomfortable to watch, and she's just like, "LOL, he's horny."
Yeah, yeah. Dude, and just, like, she was wearing, like, her the night before, yeah, when he, like, didn't leave her room, she was wearing, like, Mormon underwear. Like, it was just, like, what she was wearing to bed was, like, very pure, and then he's got, like, a tank top, and it's just, like, bums me out with, like, that colored tattoo on his neck and then his, like, tiny face. Yeah.
And then for some reason, it's her responsibility now on her first day in the US to clean his disgusting
Yeah.
car,
She she wants
and
to because she doesn't want her dad in that car.
I wouldn't wanna be in that car, like,
Yeah.
he's lucky she didn't throw a fit about getting into that car from the airport. I would feel disrespected.
Like, and he essentially lives in that during the week. Like, it's so gross. It was just like filth.
Yeah.
Do they even have a dog? There was dog hair. Like,
I know, right? No, I don't think
yeah.
so.
I'm sorry. I wanted
There
so they
was
go
all
to go ahead.
they were, like, stacks of paper bags
Yeah.
for some
Stacks of
reason.
paper, like that was like neatly stacked paper bags underneath a bunch of garbage.
Like, it looked like he just stole them from Safeway.
You're right. Yeah, they go to the car wash as we were talking about, but I wanted to point out, like, they both made mention when they were going into the car wash, like, machine. She goes, "It's like going into a haunted house." And he goes, "It's like my car's getting laid." And I was thinking, "Wow, I see both sides."
Like, I'm wondering now, like, how long has it been since he's gotten laid, or is he just, like, that into her? Or maybe it's, like, because maybe the anticipation of it
Yeah.
all, like, her being abroad, her not being able to bang before you're married, maybe that is kind of, like, heightening it for her. Cause yeah, he's making me uncomfortable the way he like
Oh,
looks at
yeah.
her and
Like a
touches her and
predator.
stuff.
Predator. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so pretty creepy.
Then they start talking about how he might have to do jail time.
Dude, he basically admits that he didn't tell her the full situation because he didn't think that she would come. He asked her like, "Oh, but if I had told you, you wouldn't have come." And she's like, "You put me in a fucked up situation. And you didn't tell my dad the truth."
Yes, all of that. And my head kind of started like spinning. Like, is he kind of self destructing by testing her? Because he said things like, "Do you love me enough to stay with me if I go to jail? Like, would you have come?" Like he's testing her
Wait, say more about how that's self-destructive.
because he didn't file the paperwork on time. So that's self-destructive in my book. And
Yeah.
then that ends up
Yeah.
testing her. And because,
Mm.
"Do you love me enough? Would you have come if you knew this?" Because, like, why didn't he file the fucking paperwork?
He had no
Yeah,
answer for her.
exactly.
And love is just not enough.
No, it's not.
Like, he asked her, "Do you love me enough to stick with me?" And she's like, "I can't answer you, and I think that's
Uh-huh.
correct, because love is not enough. You've just been lied to and duped, and if he goes to fucking prison, then you're on your own in a country with no family or friends
Exactly.
anywhere. Are you freaking kidding me? I would get on a plane immediately. I can't
Yeah.
trust this guy.
And he just got arrested again.
How did he file all the paperwork to get her here? But he can't file this paperwork to avoid going to jail.
Yeah. We don't know.
Like, thank goodness he was offered this diversion program. Like, I think it's so dumb to lock people up when we can do stuff like that and like keep them in the workforce and keep them with their families and their support systems. And dude, get it done.
Yeah, exactly.
There's something else going on with him. There's like a couple things. I mean, he's an addict. So, I mean, that's, it's a mental health
Mhm,
issue.
mhm.
But yeah, she's smart to not give him an answer immediately and just be like, I got to process all this shit.
Yeah,
This is wild.
yeah. Oof. That was a lot with them. Jasmine and Gino.
Is this paradise or what?
He's such a dad. He's such like a embarrassing like sitcom dad.
Oh, yeah, I'm starting to see that. Maybe this butt was a great investment. Oh, yeah.
I don't know the policies on bikinis.
When you were in Panama, did you see people dressed like that in the supermarket?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know the policy for bikinis. What bikini policy? Were these is this something I should know as an American? What is the bikini policy?
No one told me.
It looked it looked like someone just like
Totally.
she kind of looked like a jack-o'-lantern,
You're
honestly.
right. Yeah. And her boobs weren't
Like it looked like
moving at all.
at all. Oh my god.
I loved it. And then a rainbow thong. Oh, so good.
Also, like, she's, like, screaming at Gino, who's kinda, like, below her. She's kinda, like, above him on the sand, and he's, like, kinda down in the surf a little bit, and she's just, like, yelling down at him, and they kept zooming out and showing her from behind and, like, blurring her
Yeah,
entire ass, and I thought that was really funny.
yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. Can we go back to when he helped her put on sunscreen? And how,
Oh, yeah.
like, uh, just everything about it, like, she bends over. First of all, you can reach your own butt. Like,
Yeah.
she bends over and then he's saying what you were saying, like, "Oh, this butt's a good
Oh my
investment," and
god.
then she's like, "Ow," like, "Oh, oh, that feels good," and, like, there are people around.
They are, I think, some of the freakiest people on this show. Like, they have some freaking weird sexual
Well,
hangups.
yeah,
Like,
and this is getting me to think that he's an exhibitionist because he is, like, so scared of her and, doesn't
mhm,
like, not that much sex and all that, but then he was so into just being vulgar kind of in front of people,
yeah.
like, touching her butt and, like, saying all those things. He got off on it for sure, like, they're going to get caught for having sex in public soon. Mark my words.
I guess that tracks, Piv, because like, why else would you care enough to, like, pay for dates and, like, want arm
Yeah.
candy? Like, you want people to see you.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, she looked so hot and plastic, and then he was just like,
yeah.
"I'm Gino."
I hope they move to Miami and she just dresses like this all the
Yeah,
time.
she'll
Um,
change the bikini policies.
this wedding conversation, I like Gina's just such a bad actor. Like, they're I don't know. I'm losing steam on Gino and Jasmine because it's just, like, not as funny as it used to be, and he's just such a bad actor.
This this conversation was super dumb. I love Jasmine, but she seemed a little drunk. Like or was drunk when she thought of this storyline, and
Sure,
his
yeah.
response was just uninspired. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't want his family there, and then just like, "What?"
If they come to me with the same nasty attitude, I cannot tell you that your family is attending our wedding. And she says that she's playing nice, but then she threatens to punch everyone in their
Yeah, I fucking love
faces.
her. I imagine that as Jasmine is doing these, like, monologues where she's like, "Your family's against us. Your cousin Dana takes you to the strip club, and Tony asks about the prenup." Sorry, my accent, it's not as good as yours. That she's imagining herself on stage, like, in the spotlight, and she's just, like, giving the
Totally.
performance of her life. And yeah.
Truly. Oh my
One more
gosh.
chance, one more chance.
She's gonna move to Miami, change the bikini policy, just get married in this bikini. Like, who gives a shit?
Oh, and then
Yeah.
she keeps going in the ITMs that he doesn't know who paid for her butt. No
No
one
one
cares,
cares.
yeah. Also, like, it was, like, a little bit, like, he just has he paid for a portion of her butt. Like, Gino paid for some, Jasmine paid for some, Jane paid for some.
I think you're onto something that Jasmine thinks of these storylines when she's drunk because, like, in what world does anybody care who paid
Yeah,
for your butt?
yeah. I don't have anything else besides Fuck, Marry, Kill.
No. So next time
Okay.
on, Nikki and Igor are back. I did not miss them this week. They're
Mm.
fighting about the same shit. Boring. He breaks up with her via text and
Great.
she's crying. Looking forward to
Yeah.
that. Gino proposes again? Question mark. Like, how many times is he going to propose?
Right? But this isn't until January.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're a good point. There's 2 weeks off because Sunday is Christmas Eve and I think New Year's
Yeah.
Eve or New Year's Day. So, yeah, it's gonna be a few weeks. Are we even gonna remember what happened? Sam has to tell Citra's dad the truth. British mom arrives. This better not be a freaking scam because I feel like they told us she was gonna be there like 3 weeks ago. Where is she?
She's coming.
Where is British
Well,
mom? Okay.
they still have a long time to go. They still have 51 days to wed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they do. I'm glad you were taking notes about that. Annalie gets like a dick covered in a bandana, like wagged in her face. I didn't understand where that came from. Cause like it looks like she's on a party bus, but like who is she
I
on a
know.
party
I
bus
wonder if this
with?
is in Peru. Like before she like it's a flashback.
Oh. Oh my god. And if like that guy I'm gonna lose my shit. Like, if that guy actually had his dick out and he was like, "I don't have any way to cover my dick for the camera," and they were just like, "Oh, just wrap it in a bandana." Like,
It's amazing.
that is so funny to me. It's amazing. And then we get the scene I'm looking forward to, which is Ashley blubbering in a wedding dress about we don't
We don't know, we
we
don't
don't
know.
know. Okay, you have a fuck, marry,
Yes, I
kill?
do. Okay. Fuck, marry, kill V, Cameron's girlfriend,
Mm, mhm.
AK from Cupid's Closet,
Oh.
and Sam's dad.
Oh my god. Could you imagine Sam's, like, dad's tiny twitchy face just, like, thumping
Yeah.
above you? Oh my god. Okay, automatic kill. Sam's dad, automatic murder. Get away
Yeah.
from me with your ancient aliens twitchy bullshit. Oh my god. Ugh! Okay, so AK and V,
Ooh, they both have letter names.
yeah, pretty cool. I think I'm gonna have to bang AK. She seems like hella fucking fun and can take direction since the producers
Yes.
told her to, improvise and she did.
Yes.
And then probably Mary V. She's so
Yeah.
cute
And she
and
thinks that they're
seems really nice.
they're the conversation was yike.
Yike! Not even yikes, just like
Yike.
one big yike.
I
What
would
would
do the
you
same
do?
thing. What yeah, that was clear. That was a clear winner.
You are you sure you don't wanna think a little bit about banging Sam's dad?
I already did, and I vomited.
Oh my gosh. So, I think we have, like there's, like, 6 more episodes, so this is probably gonna go through, like, February
Good.
probably. But thanks y'all for listening.
Stay stupid. Just trying it out.